What was that?
No idea. What was that?
No, you don't know that
Trago de
song?
amargo licor.
Yep, Tragos de Amargo Licorice. No, the licor. That's me playing the accordion in a galaxy far, far away.
Whoa, that's you on accordion?
Bro, you don't know me,
I
bro.
don't
You
know
don't
that
know
you
me.
play accordion. That's learning something
Dude,
new.
Yeah.
But
I had a buddy of mine. He's really Eddie. He used to play the accordion all the time, and one time I told him to show me that song, so he showed me how to play it. But it's been a long fucking time. But yeah, you don't know me, bro. I'll do the
I don't
polka
know
too.
you. I don't know you. But uh, let's go ahead and get started. This is my Primos podcast. ¿Qué ondas, primos y primas? My name is Freddie, and with me, of course, is El Chicume. Apparently, he plays accordion now on the side. I did not know that. But welcome, Chicume. Welcome,
Next,
Primo.
yeah.
And
Next,
with
I'm
us
gonna do the
today,
WAP.
the WAP. Stupid.
The WAP.
Si podés, I'll be impressed. I'm already kind of
Yeah.
wondering if what else you have hidden, man. ¿Qué otros secretos tenés?
Tyler
'Cause
hidden.
what other stuff you
Hey,
got going on?
if what does WAP stand for again? It's a wet ass pussy, right?
Yeah.
That's what it stands for. So what is a Whopper?
Well, is it WAPPER? It's different. I mean, how you spell
I don't know.
it.
I mean,
A
like
Whopper
what's
is
a WAP?
WHOPPER, like Whopper.
The Whopper, yeah, I know, but a Whopper is a wet ass pussy, but a Whopper feels like a even bigger wet. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't be the authority on that
No,
definition. Maybe we can check Urban Dictionary. But
yeah, we should do that.
yes, so Primos, thank you for joining us again. It feels like it's been a while. Thank you all of those that are following and of course subscribers out there. We do appreciate each and one of you. This show is a weekly or bi-weekly show depending on the time of the year. But you can find us all over social media at My Primos Podcast and through all your streaming services. One other guest we have today is someone we want to really, really introduce. He's been on the show before. And he's also helped us out with tons of stuff behind the scenes. But we want to just officially bring in our latest member of the crew. He's our, I would say, a producer, editor, and just kind of helps manages the episodes every week. It's our my primo, Walter's
He's in bed right now.
hermano.
He's in bed right now, todo greñudo.
But it's Edin. We have Edin joining the show for us today. And of course, joining the program just to kind of help move this forward. We're trying to grow and make some things happen, and we needed some help to do that. So we brought Edin on board, another primo, to join the ranks here. Say what's up to everybody, Edin, and
Yeah.
introduce yourself a little bit.
Hey guys, like I said, like Stan said, I'm Edin, second in line.
Eden,
Walter.
not
Is it,
Eddie,
hold on,
not
is it
Eddie,
Eden or
Eden,
Edin?
Eden,
Well,
Eden or Eddie?
when it comes to my name in English, or no, look, as long as you don't call me Edwin, I'm good. You know what? I have a particular beef, a specific beef with Edwin.
With Edwin, fuck Edwin.
Yeah, it feels like the off-brand version of Eden.
You always used to get a Edith or Edwin,
Yeah, I used to
Edith
call
or
her-
Edwin.
So
Like,
hold on.
in
How do
roll
you
call,
spell your
Edin.
name?
Edin.
So I would
But
read it
it can-
as me, like, just looking at it, first time ever, Edin.
Yeah.
Even in English, I would say Edin
Edin.
or
Yeah.
Edin.
I've only ever met one Edin. I've only ever met one other Edin in El Salvador, besides this guy.
I've met two. I think I met two.
Yeah.
Yeah. When one was the guy that sold us the Forerunner. The Forerunner, because you haven't.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Well, this is Edin, and together we are Los Hermanos Brother.
This is Walter's brother, everybody. So this is my primo,
That's what they used to call us.
his brother, and your new primo joining the show. As you can tell, he hasn't woken up yet. He's literally in bed while we're recording this.
Yep.
So if you hear
Cali time.
Cali time, yeah, he's in California, so he'll be the correspondent over there on the West Coast whenever we need him to chime in on anything. But he is taking the role of editing, producing some of the content that we have planned coming up as well, which maybe we'll touch on the show. Never know. But just Edin, let's start it off with that, man. I mean, why did you want to get involved with the podcast? Like, what said, you know what, I want to jump into this. I want to get my hands dirty. Like, why are you involved? Why are you producing? Why are you editing? Like, kind of give us a little more of that.
Y'all motherfuckers begged me.
Estanley guilt tripped me. too into the show.
Why did I guilt trip you? Tell me, why would I guilt trip my cousin that has a background in
Hey,
animation?
who
That
made promises? Who made promises though first,
true
right?
No,
promises that he
it's
can draw for me, promises that he can help me with things, and then just disappeared. And he went to
hey, no,
Japan and went to Gallivant and pick up on women.
yeah. What's it called?
And
No,
buy
what was I gonna
underwear
say?
from
No,
machines.
no, but for real, the reason why is because actually I was like, okay, these fools, because I didn't know what was going through, like, because prior to this, I didn't know what was the machinations of what you guys had to do this for this, or like what you had to guys go through, how it affected your lives. To me, I was like, God damn, this was taking forever to come up with the next episode.
Mira,
So my reason, I guess, was uh like, hurry up, guys. You're not doing it. It's taking forever. And obviously, you guys have reasons, your valid reasons. But to me, it's like, okay, I just came to a point. Okay, how can I help? So
so
it's
as a
just like,
consumer,
okay,
you were
guys,
like, "When's the next episode? Why are you taking so long? It's just recording. Why don't you just fucking do it?" Right?
yeah. So do it. And so yeah. So next time when I feel that way about uh, Avatar, something with Avatar, The Last Airbender, or something, or Disney next movie, or I like, okay, this was taking forever. You know what? Let me just join doing it myself.
Exactly. Right? You can't talk shit if you're not the one doing it. It's like we talk to artists, right? That they do comic books and even singers. We talk to different people doing their work. They're like, people just think it's just easy. You just draw it and it happens, or you just do it and it.
Yeah, but hey, you didn't did it, so shut up.
Exactly. You didn't make it. You're not the one putting yourself out there. But no, well, finally, at least we guilt tripped you enough to go, hey man, you can't complain about it if you're not involved.
Yeah,
But you're here now. You're part of the
to
crew.
exploit your talents.
We'll exploit them as much as we can. I mean, he's not doing anything with it, right? So let's use it. That's what we're
Yeah,
gonna do.
yeah.
Use the community and literally your family. Might as well. Like, why can't we? Let's help each other out.
Yeah,
Plus,
man, it's like our parents, like somebody knew somebody that knew a mechanic, you give him a six pack and that fool will fuck up your transmission, like it's
but
that's
he tried.
that's the same thing.
And well,
But he
Edin
tried.
hasn't fucked up the transmission on this show yet. I think we were already grinding the gears
Yeah, not
ourselves.
yet. We're we're grinding on gears.
Ourselves. But thank you, Edin. So I want to say, thank you for jumping on board. The last few episodes that have been posted, I think the last 4, Edin has been the one editing them and posting them online. So you'll see that more often if we can continue moving forward. And we do want to take the show on just a different platforms
On the
moving
road.
forward.
On the road? No, not on the road.
Not yet, because COVID's still a fucking thing. But what I'm getting to is that it's going to be great. An extra set of hands, an extra mind to kind of see where we need to go is a good thing, right? You just can't live in a bubble. And if we really want to take off with this show and do more, I'm glad that he at least, not just the guilt trip, but if he didn't believe in what we were doing and our goals, he wouldn't want to get involved, right?
Yeah, pretty correct. I actually thought like, regardless if you guys have a big follower or not, it just seems like it's something you guys are passionately doing. And it seems like it's slowly garnering, like building a following, and it just seems like you guys have said, there's a market for that niche, and
Yeah. What you mean regardless? You mean regardless of the big
yeah,
following we have.
yeah,
Yeah. The huge
yeah.
dozens of followers we have is amazing.
Huge.
Huge. God.
Las empanadas.
Todas. But no, Eddie,
Yeah.
well, man, you're on board. We know how we do the show, but let's just kind of chime in. What's everybody been up to? Walter, you were telling me that you went on a trip and you were haunted. What was that about?
I don't know. It's just fucking weird. Like I was in West fucking Texas. Feels like the driest place on earth right now. But like you called me that night. Remember? You called to just kind of say hi, and just say what's up, how I was doing. And I was telling you about like fucking. I was hearing voices inside the room, and I thought like I went in as soon as I got the hotel room. I went in, and then I heard like Kanye West being played. And then I heard some little kid talking, so I started to look for like I don't know, because sometimes at hotels, have you seen that they leave the TV as a radio, like you can
Okay.
set it as a radio.
Yeah.
So then because a lot of times like at those hotels you'll see that, and they'll kind of leave the TV on the radio setting or whatever. So I was like, okay, I was kind of trying to find the button to turn off the TV. You know, I was like, I'm gonna turn this shit off, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, okay, fuck. Oh, it's probably on the other side of the room. You know, like the other room. So I just left it. Like 2 days later, it turns out the TV has been disconnected the whole time because I wasn't turning it on. So the TV was disconnected. So I was like, okay, it is the other side. Like somebody's
The
on
wall.
the side, right?
The
So the whole week I was there, yeah, check it out. The whole week I was there, I heard voices on the other side, like a family, like a dad, a son, and like a daughter, like a teenage daughter, something like that. And I heard him outside next door, so I stepped out to try and catch him out there and kind of just, strike up a conversation like, hey, what's the local Chinese food, or what's good out here, because it sounded like they had been living there or something. And then I went out there, they weren't there. And then I was gonna go get something out of the car, and I looked through the peephole and I saw shadows of people standing there, being casted in front of my door. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get something out anyway. So I went, opened the door. There's nobody there, man. What the fuck? Right? Okay, cool, whatever. That's the first, yeah. So then that's the first. Then the second day, I see a silhouette of like the dad and the son, like sitting on like
the silhouette,
like
where,
on the
like,
people, like you can see them on
so
the
you
people.
heard
You
noises.
can kind of see before.
You heard noises, and then you ran to the people. Y te fijaste, like, okay,
Yeah.
who can I catch out there? You wouldn't open the window or anything.
No, I didn't open the window. At this point, I was like, where are they? I hear them all the time on the other side. I can almost hear their conversations, or kind of understand them, right? So I hear them all the time. So then this time I go out there and be like, oh shit, they're there. Let me fucking go open it so I can at least see what they look like. So I open up the door and there's nobody there. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so I just give up, right? And then. And at the same time, on the other side of the room, I heard a couple, like they sounded like they were Latinos, like they were talking Spanish and English. Y era un señor y una señora y una niña. So ya que la niña andaba jugando ahí adentro. I was like, okay, but I didn't pay no mind to that. And then one time I opened up like my front window, like, well, the only window. I opened up the window and I see a guy sitting on a bench that's right in front of my window. Just tomando una caguama, a Corona, and he's just drinking it, and I just closed it, and I didn't say anything, and I figured, oh, that guy's sitting there because he's the guy next door with his wife and his daughter. Cool. So then on Thursday, because I left Saturday, so on Friday after work, I went back to the hotel, and I found the guy sitting on the bench echando una caguama. So then I park. And he's like right in front of my door, like right there. And I just say hi to him and, hey, what's up, man? How you been? And then we just started to get, you've been here, he's from Laredo, whatever. Talking.
So he wasn't a phantom.
And then I told,
So he wasn't a ghost.
What? No, he was real. He's real guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I tell him like, hey, so you're the one that's staying here next door with your wife and daughter. And he's like, no. It's like, what do you mean no? It's like, no, so why are you here? Like, this is like, you're right. He was like, oh, it's because I stay over there with my buddies, and I just come out here to be by myself, just kind of stay away from them. And he's like, oh, okay, I thought you were here next door because I always hear voices. Then he go, and this guy had been staying in that hotel for 15 days already. And
he's like, there's that family died years ago.
Nah, I'm not fucking bullshitting you, man. But don't laugh, don't laugh, man. Like, I'm not lying. So then I tell him like, oh, my bad. I told him like, I thought you were staying here next door with your wife and daughter because I always hear like a little girl playing outside sometimes, and then I kind of see some shadows going back and forth, like, cuando se está anocheciendo in the light, and I always hear like a couple talking, on the other side of this room, and then I hear another family on this side. And by that time, the other family, I wouldn't hear them as much anymore. But then I was hearing this other family, and I told them like, did you ever see any kids or families staying here? And the guy's like, no, I've been staying here for 15 days, and no, I haven't. He's like, and I told him, really? It's like, I've been hearing people here, and he's like, and the guy me dice, no, ya me está asustando usted. Me dice, lo bueno que ya me voy mañana. Me dice, no, ya no me diga de eso. So he's like, stop fucking talking to me about that shit. You're scaring the shit out of me. And I was like, really? It's like, the fuck? And it turns out that the room next to me and the other one next to me, they're both getting renovated.
Oh, so
Like
there's
there's
nobody
nobody
in
there.
there.
There's no
Oh.
fucking buddy in there, and the rooms
I
are getting
mean,
renovated. So
is this
so
motel?
I
You
don't know.
said hotel, but is it
It's a
like a?
motel. It's like a motel.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
It
it's
was
not
like
like
you could park.
you could park your car in front of the door.
Yeah, you park your car, and again, no car was ever parked next to me. No car. There was no cars parked next to me. You know?
I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do believe that ghosts and shit like that do exist. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I don't
say I
know. It's
think
like
they do, but what's the over under on those motels having somebody killed or something? Because it feels like those are like perfect setups to
I'm
kick in the
I'm
door,
sure,
kill somebody,
man.
hop in the car, and leave. Like, there's
I don't
no
know, man.
way to keep anybody in check.
But like when I used to work, when I used to be on the road much more, like for longer periods, I used to stay at these type of hotels all the time because they're very convenient. You pull up, park your car, you only take out what you need. I don't like staying in the other. They're I mean a little dingy, but I always take extra blankets and pillows so I don't
I
sleep
don't know,
on the
man.
actual
Here's
on their actual.
their bedding or whatever. I'm
So
too paranoid now,
the,
man. When you
you
have a family, like you just can't lay anywhere. Edin, I know you probably just had a sleeping bag
yeah,
and a
yeah.
pillow and rolled around anywhere, but I can't, dude.
Yeah.
Cause you traveled.
No, yeah, I get you, but at the
Mhm.
same, but no, but at the same time, check it out. At the same time, motels
Solo
at
cruzo
the
los
at this,
brazos así and ya puedo dormir.
yeah, no, because the thing is, motels are at least safer right now because you go get your room, and then you don't have to go through the lobby. You don't have to jump on the elevator. You don't have to push any buttons. It's just one door. You go get your room, and then you have your one door that leads to your room. So, COVID era, motels are safer than
I guess.
hotels.
I mean,
You know?
yeah, I guess you're right on that. But it's just every time I try to stay at a motel because I'm driving somewhere, it's been a
Uh-huh.
bad experience, dude. Just comfort level, smells,
Yeah, it's
everything.
pretty fucking it you have to have an eye for it. Like I said, I've been doing it for a long time. Like last time I stayed in Houston in a motel because the same thing I had equipment that I didn't want to get stolen, and the motel looked pretty good. The rooms were nice, like pretty very nice. And then I parked and I was gonna leave everything in the back of the truck, and then it was just sketchy, man. I just kept seeing people walking around at the middle of the night, and I ended up just shoving all the equipment inside the truck. Like I had a power washer, and I put it in the front seat. Like yeah, it is. It does get fucking sketchy out there. I always have my machete
Edin, I'm
with me
curious.
under my pillow.
You told me once when you went to Japan, didn't you stay in one of those weird little like? Don't they have it? Let me
Hostel?
rephrase, like the hostels, but aren't there the hotels that are just like se ve como que son lavadoras? You can like sleep in like a washing machine.
The capsule
Mm.
hotels.
The capsule hotels, yeah. Do you ever see those
Uh,
or?
I know what you're referring to, but the ones so I feel those are like the ones that are popular. That when you mention it, people that's the first one that comes into mind. But there's other designs, and the ones that I went to didn't look like those. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was a capsule hotel, and y todos ahí echando pedos ahí.
It's pretty
Like
much
what?
a.
Como es? Like,
It's
is
pretty
it
much
just
a.
like a bunk bed and?
It sounds like a. It just sounds like a sideways porta potty. Like.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you
We
slept in
went
a
in,
sideways porta potty?
pretty much,
And you
and
just shit on your hand and throw it against the wall and hopefully it
when
sticks,
when
right?
when you like this, obviously is the first thing. It's one of the things you don't think when you think of capsule hotel, but and like so all you got all these rooms, right, or all these capsules on the wall, and
So
but the
paint a
spaces.
picture. Paint a picture. So it's a
Okay, so
wall.
there's two walls facing each other, right, and the hallway, right.
Okay.
There's a hallway and the walls that face each other.
Okay, how big is the
But
hallway? Like how wide is the hallway?
and that's what I was gonna get to. So you have all the rooms, right? All the capsules on top of like probably like three capsules in one over the top of the other. So you have like a three rows and a column of whatever, five or whatever.
Damn.
But the hallway is probably I bet it's only like 4 feet. And the thing is, I didn't think of it. You only get the space in front of your capsule. It's not like, oh, these are the capsules, but there's a room where you can keep all your junk, or each capsule comes with designated locker. No, everybody was just keeping their crap in front of their
Coffin.
capsule. So that means that we had even
So
less
each
space.
capsule, did each capsule have like a balcony of its own? Like, where are you gonna put
No,
the stuff? It's
fool.
just on the ground.
No, no.
Yeah, the balcony was the hole you got into itself.
So it's like a coffin, like a mausoleum.
Yeah.
So it sounds like okay. So it sounds like if you were, they sound like you have two laundrum, like two dryers, like at the laundromat you have dryers in front of each other, and so
Yeah.
that means you can't even open both doors at the same time, or what?
No, but it's good thing it doesn't use doors. It's just una cortina.
Oh,
Wow.
And
Okay.
or there's a
okay.
sliding
Like
door.
you see, like the Japanese are so way more advanced than us. Like
No.
I'm
Think
thinking
about
about
it.
doors. This fool's got sliding doors.
They have sliding doors or curtains. You know, some things just don't need to fuck
like,
with.
damn, fucking Japanese are in the future, man.
For real, these
They literally
these are
are.
things. No, just the fact that you thought doors, but since they trying to compact.
So Eurocentric, huh?
Yeah. No,
Minimalism.
but yeah, it was like, well, basically to get to the point was there's only like a 4 foot hallway. Everybody has their junk, their zapatos, the luggage, the duffel bags. We got through for like the dirty clothes, shoes, pata, culo, and then and everybody's there just trying to sleep.
¿Cómo dicen pacuso? Estaba pacuso. Have you heard that one?
No,
Estanley?
no, I haven't. No, pacuso.
You haven't, for real?
No, I haven't.
Pacuso.
No, what's pacuso?
Pacuso. Pata, culo, y sobaco.
That's a sticker, everybody.
You never,
Hashtag pacuso.
That's a fragrance. That's a fragrance by Axe, by the way. So.
Ugh, I don't want that fragrance on me. So that's how it was there. Like, that's a trip. It feels like you're sleeping in a coffin.
A very comfortable coffin. I gotta say, it was a very comfortable coffin. But once in a while, you hear somebody in the middle of the night, like hawking loogies in their thing.
Or you hear
Couple
pedos.
farts.
Okay, what question? Can you fornicate in those, like or make love?
Is
in
it
those?
is it two per tube?
Yeah, can you do that?
It's one per tube. Or
One per coffin, okay. Nomás a uno entierran, okay. No hay entierro.
Don't do a 2 for 1.
I think I've heard there's couples, but at that point it's just rent a room, I guess. But
how cheap was it? What do you
I'm
compare
not
it to
100%
American
sure, but I
dollars?
think-
One night
doesn't
in a
sound cheap.
coffin. How expensive or how affordable is that?
You're asking? Yeah, the rooms actually the high end one were probably like the most you would pay is like $30 for a like the high end.
Hold
Usually
on.
like the cheapest.
Hold on,
ones.
What's
slow
high
down.
end?
What's high end coffin?
Does high end? Yeah, does high end mean more room or what? Like, what was
TV?
high end?
Oh, I mean, a
Well,
monitor?
actually, yes, you would get a TV inside of it.
I am so fascinated by this.
You get a TV. It's usually
5-inch?
like by the entrance
10-inch?
of the coffin. You get.
Well, hold on.
like,
So
an
stop.
alarm
I'm still thinking you're sliding into this coffin like into an
Yeah,
escape pod.
like a morgue, like
into a
the
morgue.
you know, like.
No. I was like, no, like a shooter just running in, patas first, and then you get the top of the entrance and slide in.
Yeah, that's what I feel like you're talking about.
At least that one.
Hey, question, like, okay, what would be? I was wondering, like, I was thinking right now from like structural, like engineering standpoint, like, how horrible would it be if that place catches fire? Like, how the fuck do you get out of there like in a hurry? Like, if I imagine that if you make the wrong turn, you get stuck. You get stuck in one of those like you get stuck coming down a water slide, and boom, you're fucked. Like, you're burned. Like, you're cooked, and you're in a casket already. So,
I mean, it's
like,
true.
what's the fire safety regulation for
I don't
something
think there's
like
none
that?
in there.
Yeah?
I don't know. I would assume hopefully that each room or little capsule, each little capsule.
You know what they are? You know what
They're
they.
for safety.
Yeah, like, it's the Japanese, so they probably just shoot you out like a mecha, like Evangelion.
Yeah, it's a jetpack. shoot you.
Yeah, jetpack. Okay, never
A little
mind.
bit like that scene in
I
the
wouldn't doubt
Matrix
that.
where they let Neo go from the fucking
Uh
tubes
huh.
and he slides
Yeah.
down some shit. Wow. Well, interesting. I'm fascinated. I want to look into this capsule hotel idea. Maybe there's more to it that we can bring to America,
We'll just
Walter.
put you can just put some sideways porta potties here in my backyard. Whenever South by Southwest
Oh,
comes
that's
back,
true.
you can fucking have people stay there.
It holds it off when they're done. It's hygienic.
Yeah.
When you
Use...
say sideways porta potty, it's just like what you just like. I just feel like a bunch of the like toilets on the wall. That you just put your ass like, against the wall, take a dump, and
No, well, he's saying just the structure, the tube
The
that you're sitting in, just kind of lines up like a mausoleum. That's how I see those hotels.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
interesting.
that's pretty much mausoleum.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Freaking,
go ahead, Edin. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say. I just remember from the trip to Japan. One of the I get to bring it to representation, like how you guys always touch on. Well, the Latino representation over there, like I was I saw a sign that said Mexican food.
Okay.
I said Mexican food in Japan. I was like, oh, okay. And when they had their menu, it said lasagna, linguine,
You're like,
pizza.
Linguine.
Well, the flag has the same colors as Italy, so maybe
It's
that's why they were
like-
confused.
Oh, you thought it was Mexican? Probably you were fucked up.
no,
You're
it
probably
said right
drinking
there,
some
Mexican
Four Loco
food.
stuff out there.
It literally said for Mexican food, but
You're
it's
probably
like
drinking
pizza and
four.
lasagna and spaghetti. It's like what? No.
Hey man,
You were
are
probably
you
drinking Four Choco or something.
were
and so
you
I don't believe you.
an exotic being there, tall Latino dude in Japan, where people going like, whoa, is he a cartoon character? Like,
I want his seed.
No, I no for sure you didn't see a lot of me over there. But I'm pretty sure they see me, so they see a lot of people, especially where I was at, because it was like in a big metropolitan area. So yeah, they ignore you. Like yeah, I didn't see a lot of Latinos, but it's like big whoop. But everybody was taller than me, so
oh shit, how tall are you, Edin?
5'11".
Yeah, well,
That
I'm short.
motherfucker's way taller than me.
I'm short. I'm
Yeah.
5'4"
And I'm tall,
on a
shit.
good day. On a good day, so I'm not very tall at all.
Well, yeah.
But hey, Japan, porta potties, motels are haunted. I don't know, Walter. But touching on the haunted thing, we have a new logo. I want to thank Crystal Gonzalez for the logo she designed for us.
Yes, thank you so much.
I love it. It was dope.
I really like it.
Skull.
It's very
He's the
colorful, very very colorful.
the
You know what?
Frankenstein.
That logo looks like I look right now. Like
You look green.
Like
up.
I am tore up. 2020 hasn't been. So it's like he looks like I feel.
But I love it. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Go check
you.
out her stuff. She's at Comic Pro on Twitter, on Instagram. Check out her book In the Dark. We talked to her during Texas Latino Comic Con as well. She's a friend of the show, so definitely go support her. Check out her stuff. Thank you, Crystal, for the logo. We love it. We'll keep that up going. And I reached out to a couple other artists too, thinking, hey, you know what? Let's see when the new year comes around. We have a new refresh that we're talking about, and we want to just go ahead and do that. But one thing I do want to bring before it gets lost in the junk that we talk about here, because we never really have a plan. But I went to vote last week. Have you guys voted yet?
Oh yeah, I did yesterday morning.
Edin, you're looking away from the camera. Did you vote?
Actually made a commentary on this on Instagram. I voted. I registered. Right now is the third time I register.
Republican.
First time I registered was because
Libertarian.
I was living in a specific county.
Oh yeah.
I moved, so my friend told me make sure to re-register, and I did. I registered to the new county that I live. Right, so I registered, and I was like, okay, ya me va a llegar todo. Because one thing that I've noticed, because in the past years that I've registered, you would just register and you're good, just go to vote. But now it's like, oh, you register, and you say you register at a specific party. But you know what? Sign a paper now again. Like, even though you did it electronically, but you know what? Now send us a paper signing that it is you, blah blah blah, and you send it in. If you don't send it in, then it's not official, right?
Oh, so they're like double confirming.
So yeah, so they're double confirming. And right, so okay, like right, because last time that's what happened to me. For the last presidential, or I think it was
So you've never voted. So you've never voted.
Have you
the
voted?
primary. No, I went to vote still. I went to vote, but it wasn't. It was just like a regular or the because
Runoffs
each
or
ballot has your name is already like registered or whatever, right? But if you didn't do that, then you're just using a blank ballot that doesn't have your name. And
So
it
they
turns out
no,
that a
I
lot
like
of those.
they just probably gave you a blank piece of paper and threw it in the trash.
Oh yeah, you
No,
can
no, yeah,
vote,
and that was and that was
senor.
a lot of the issues that was happening last time with the
Your
Bernie
vote
votes.
counts.
Yeah, so they were
Fuck.
all these blank votes, where are they? We don't know. So we don't know where those votes went,
Oh
right?
man.
So,
Well, voting.
so this time I made sure to
Okay.
sign that letter, and I sent it again,
When's your
right?
cutoff in California for
Oh,
registration?
it's no, it's
¿Ya pasó?
pretty much it happened again. It's done. I cannot no longer vote because I said in the first county, then I moved to a second county. I signed up. I signed up the letter. I went
You know, but you
specifically.
know, but you know what, Like right now, California allows you to register online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
that's
but no, but
good. Yeah, but here in Texas, you can't register online. No, you have to
no.
register physically. Somebody registers you. Like there's people
The
out there trying to
DMV
register
or
people.
whatever.
But most effective is the DMV when you go to there's a registration booth there, but you cannot register online, which is a trip. Like they just want to make it like Texas is full of those little things. Even when I used to travel, I used to like in Oklahoma or in Texas, there's like dry counties where you go to the store to buy alcohol, but that store is not allowed to sell ice or like cranberry juice, that type of stuff. So you have to go buy the ice somewhere else. So it's
Texas.
yeah, it's like Texas, man. Like it feels like the same thing, mechanism to kind of slow
But they're set up
down
like
everything.
it's. This is the thing. I bring up voting because it's a touchy subject for anybody. I had a situation where we have people that we know, even in our family here in Texas, that just kind of go, when is that? When do we register? Ya pasó? Or they act like very lax. And I get Edin's effort, right? The system's set up to fuck you over. Sounds like, and you just tried your best.
And there's been studies that corroborate that most likely what the public wants is not what the public gets. It's just when it sort of aligns with what other bigger interests have. But fuck that, I
No,
guess.
but this is the thing.
I don't know.
Regardless of what, we need to put our numbers to work. Okay.
No,
And
no. I don't think so. Not to work, but put our numbers as Latinos, as a voting demographic, to the test to see if, you know what I mean. It feels like it would be like, let's vote and see if we can act. Let's give it a try. Let's at least give it a try, because I
so
do understand the apathy.
no, there's
The
tons
people
of
that are,
apathy when people that are, and I think one of your partner told us earlier that, what was it, like a big surge in eligible voters, Latino voters, has just come up.
Latino voters
But what happens?
eligible.
Eligible.
Yeah.
What happens? They're like, either they're feeding into the message of your vote doesn't count, which is a whole nother conversation we can have because it is deep,
Yeah.
right?
It is. It is.
Or it doesn't.
It is. Yeah.
It is. Which trust me, explaining it to an 11-year-old boy how the electoral college works, he's like, then how does that make sense? And I go, yeah, trust me.
And not only that, that's not the only mechanism in itself.
There's
other
other barriers put there to prevent the people getting what they want, right? Because it's like the Constitution, I saw the documentary for RPG.
Which is not necessarily the best thing always.
No,
people
but
got like
what she was saying was, remember, like, certain laws are put into effect, when the country was at that specific time. RBG was saying, like, there are purists that say the Constitution has to be followed to the letter of the fucking Constitution. And she's like, yeah, think about what our country was in 1776 and those rules and those things. But not in 2020. The rules are different. The country has changed. You have to change. And so there's a matter of these changes that we need to put into effect. We can't just sit back and go, oh, fuck, it doesn't affect me. I grew up poor. I'm probably going to be poor and move on and accept it. Don't think that way. Okay, that's the problem. Don't feed into what they want you to believe, guys. So if you're listening and at this point in Texas, you're done. You can't register anymore. Okay, sadly. I don't know the rest of the country, where everybody else is listening from. But whatever you got to do to get yourself out there and vote, man. Because your voice needs to be heard. And the thing is, this election, the big elections, are that everybody worries about. But don't forget, the local elections impact you directly.
David Chincantan, District 2. This is my homie right here. But yeah, just look locally too. Like follow your local politicians, and they're if you want to go talk shit to them, they're closer to you, and you can actually go and literally talk shit to them. So
you know how many fuckers I saw
them,
running unopposed on the ballot?
Yeah, a lot.
Shitload.
Actually, no. Here, I saw a few. A lot of them had a. Here, when yesterday I went, there was a lot of Democrat, Republican, but then there's a very few that were running unopposed. So
no, here in this county,
cool. There's
tons of judges.
You're
in
Tarrant
County. I'm in Texas.
Travis County. You're in Tarrant County.
Tarrant County. So why I'm saying this and bringing this up and making it a topic is just because it needs to be emphasized that at this point, if you haven't put the effort to go vote, shame on you. And I'm sorry, shame on you, okay? Because it's your right to do this, to use your voice and use your citizenship and use your right to vote to do this. My mom, when she came here and she got her citizenship, she used to whoop my ass and making sure that I fucking went to go vote. And I was lazy. I was that apathetic kid out of high school going, what the fuck am I going to go vote for? So I don't want to go wait in line. I want to sleep, or I want to go get fucked up, or I want to go act a fool somewhere. But she would be like, hey, like, you don't understand what it's like to live in a country that you don't have a fucking choice. Okay? She goes,
your mom.
My mom,
from your mom's perspective.
She goes, you need to put your voice and be heard. People have died in my country trying to get their voice just heard. You have the ability to go vote. No one's going to stop you, and you just don't fucking want to do it. So that was a wake-up call for me, and I really took it to heart and moved forward with that. And I'm trying to put that into my son, talking about politics in little doses, right? Little doses, just because you need to know how those impact you directly. So shame on you. Honestly, shame on you if you're a citizen, if you're able to vote, and you just fucking can do it. No. Shame on you, Edin.
Shame on you, you fucking Edin.
You knew his election was coming. You knew his election was coming.
You knew this shit was coming, and this is not no run of the mill, regular schmegular election. This is fucking Donald fucking Trump, man. Like if this isn't entertaining, if this isn't entertaining like if this isn't like the most entertaining politics that you can imagine, then nothing else will, and nothing in politics will ever interest you if this doesn't get you going, or at least pisses you off to go vote to spite a motherfucker. If you don't vote for the good of something, go vote to spite somebody. So
hate draft.
Yeah, like I said, I voted. I mean, I registered 3 times. Once was in one county, and 2 was in a new county that I live. And for the last time, for the second time that I voted, that I registered, I was just okay because I did everything in time. Like I did everything in time. I turned in my confirmation signature, whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm just waiting for everybody in the house that I live now. Everybody was getting their mail-in ballot. They're like, okay, mine's gonna come in soon, and I was like, nothing's coming in. So I went to check, and there's a website. I forgot what it was, but we'll see if it can.
Do you live with any Trump supporters?
No.
And might have they burned your?
Well, let's take a step back. Hold on, let's take a step here because Walter sent me a video that I'm gonna play for us here. Hope the audio comes. It should come through pretty good.
God.
So, but it'll be a topic here, so we can kind of touch on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So just bear with me, guys. I'm putting the video now. Here it comes.
Trump. This Latino's gonna vote for Trump. 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 Let's get it straight. Who am I gonna vote for? I'll vote for the man who tells me the truth, the one that we have prayed and hoped for. Let's get it straight. Who am I gonna follow then? The answer is simple. His name is Donald, who's gonna make us great again. And I, as a Latino, want my people to understand. Let's put an end to political correctness and make you comprehend. Trump, this Latino's gonna vote for Trump. Who you gonna vote for?
All right, so let me turn the volume down a little bit there. So I apologize for everybody. All right, so Walter sent me this video. You just heard the song. This is Latinos gonna vote for Trump, and so I want to just invite you guys here, both of you guys, to chime in on one, the fact that this thing has over 200,000 views, and
Well,
and
I mean,
why, and we'll touch it, why this is a movement that we're seeing with Latinos that are stating that they're gonna vote for Trump.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. One, what was the first question?
Why this thing has over 200,000 views?
Yeah, because it's just kind of like it's like a parody onto itself. Even though the guy's serious, he sounds like Elvis Crespo kind of thing, rhythm going on.
Kind of.
Píntame.
Puertorriqueño. He shows the Puerto Rican flag.
Okay, yeah.
And so
yeah, but this is the one thing. I don't necessarily think that they're.
We lost Walter. Everybody, he's frozen in time.
Well, where he left off, I pick up.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so as soon as you play that audio, I was like, okay, why did it sound like Puerto Rican? And I say that because at the moment, and a couple of years ago, I used to live with a Puerto Rican family, and so now that you tell me this, I was like, okay, now that you tell me this, it's not surprised. Obviously, there's people conservative and leftist in area, right? But it seems to me with the Puerto Ricans I live with, and when I ask them about politics, hey, how does Puerto Rico see things? How does Puerto Rico see things?
Okay.
It seems, at least from my opinion, it seems like a big majority. The majority seems to lean more to the left, I think, because Trump really left them out to be dried out.
Well, literally, like the island. Look what happened with Puerto Rico. Like how long that whole mess with the island, how it was left and how it wasn't taken care of. The months with no electricity, like the fact that the president didn't, the way he treated the Puerto Rican people and Latinos in general. But so what is there? So the ones that at least Puerto Ricans that you hang out with, that you've lived with, they just seem to lean left. But I think my question in general, and hopefully Walter comes back because he had a big point he wanted to cover. What do you think, Edin? Why Latinos are really pushing for Trump again? Like, what is it? I would think the otherwise.
Un montón de lambeculos.
Wow.
No, but obviously, look, that's a very touching subject because it goes along the same way with the whole Biden and like if you don't vote like my way, you're not black, right? That's saying a lot. And when I hear that, like to bring it to the black community, like supposedly like if you're black, you're just expected to vote the Democrat. And so when you hear this, like, no, I'm a human being. I can vote whatever I want. And it's true. Like, you know what? You're right. You're just like, I believe this is where it falls, identity politics. No, you can vote however you want with whatever skin that you might be born with. That being said, it's just like, it just really, in my opinion, right? I'm not speaking for anybody, but when I see that, it's like, you are literally voting against your best interest. How, like, we've seen the reports about Latinos who came out for the last election. Oh, I'm pro-Trump. I'm gonna vote for Trump, just to later see reports that person that voted for Trump got deported. And that's like, yo, this is the funniest and saddest thing that can be.
Well,
like,
I think I 100% agree with you. Look, there have been times where I have voted on both sides of the ticket, depending on the interest that would help me when it comes to my choices, my life, my family, my community. I don't just vote straight ticket anymore like they used to. They don't do that anymore in Texas. For those that don't know, straight ticket would be just click Democrat or pick Democrat and then vote every single person on the ballot as a Democrat or Republican. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, we're beyond that. Okay? We're beyond that because we need to make the right choices. There have been plenty of times where I voted right and I voted left depending on the situation. Okay? So it's just a matter of making sure the right choices. But my issue here is this. My issue here is this. Like you said, the fact that this president has come out time and time again attacking everybody else in the country that is the majority here, that's supposed to look out for their families, their interests, like you said, and now he has the support behind it. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm asking you to vote for what is the betterment for the rest of the country. What's going to put somebody in place that's going to help us. Look, they're all crooked as snakes, right? They're all politicians, and it's sad that we don't have our choices that we wanted in the running. Okay, there's plenty of people that don't want Biden. That I see stuff online, people trashing him all the time, saying tons of stuff he did in the 70s, that he was against black people, against brown people. And, you know, here we are now, 2020, and he's saying, hey, I'm going to lean into helping the immigration cause. I'm going to lean into this. So my thing is...
I'm telling you.
Go ahead, Walter. I'm sorry. You literally left, came back, and still interrupted me. Go ahead.
He has many ways.
There's many ways. A fucking ninja.
A man of many talents. A man of many talents.
So, Walter,
many talents.
You were saying?
Many talents.
So what? Well, so just to finish my thought, it's just the fact that yes,
go ahead, go finish.
I agree with you, Edin, that you can identify however you'd like and you can vote however you like. Okay, but the fact that the Latino community should be unifying against somebody that has predominantly said it over and over again, that he's doing everything in his power to just push down black, brown, and any other minority that isn't like him, because the betterment of his race and his money over the people's lives, the families that have been torn apart. Like, why is it that we're here? Why are there's a chunk of Latino people that want to support him?
I mean, like I was saying, like, okay, like I agree with you. Everybody has their own opinion and everything. And, but at the same time, he's not the first one that's been doing this dumb shit. You know, the system, the setup, or it's been going on, both Republicans and Democrats. Like, they're both Republicans and Democrats. They're both doing the same shit. They've been doing the same shit this whole time. And we've been being taken for granted, being taken advantage of, in not just our community, but other communities too. So, but it does feel, or if it ever will be, Donald Trump is like the pinnacle of that, like, pendejada, you know, of that, the representation of that fucked up system. And if you're not going to vote for this time, it's not going to get any more entertaining or involved than this. You know, this is pani circo, and if this doesn't catch your attention, nothing fucking else will. Like, so now to the question that if there's Latino, of course there's Latinos voting for Trump, but is there gonna be 53% of white women that voted for Trump type thing? You know, like in the last election, white women voted for Trump. 53% of white women voted for Trump. That's a big fucking number. Is that going to be the case for Latinos? I doubt it. But like I was telling earlier, I was driving to Houston and I saw a sign that said Chinese Texans for Trump. And it's like, okay, how many of those are? Two, they have a budget to put up signs. In a lot of occasions, it feels like the Republican Party will latch on to any two-person organization and funnel them money. Here, put up a sign so that it seems like there's a big community out there supporting, you know. So it feels like it's also theatrics too. So don't fucking
believe everything.
You know, not that. Yeah, don't believe everything that you see on a billboard or online. It doesn't mean that there isn't a community out there, Latino community, that supports Trump. But am I gonna sit here and kind of feel ashamed by that? No, motherfucker. Whatever.
No, we
like
talked about
said,
earlier.
Everybody's entitled to their own.
You have the 150,000% right to vote whoever you want to vote for, right? But it just kind of seems
you have the right to be wrong.
Hey, what? You have the right to be wrong, like Edin said, right? But the thing is, look, at the end of the day, he's a racist. I don't agree with any of his politics, and everything he says in the debates is a joke. Biden, trust me, like I said earlier on our call here, not my first choice. It's the choice we have right now to try to push on side.
Fucking Biden.
Trust me. I mean, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna bring this up. For me, honestly, like the primaries were dirty. The whole process was dirty.
Fuck yeah.
And we're here, okay?
They did wrong.
Hey man, in my opinion, if we're gonna open up this door, which I hope we don't, because we don't want to spend the whole hour talking about it, is this: the fact that everyone should have gotten on the same fucking plan and says, "Fuck it," you know what? Biden, you had your time. You did what you could, and here we are. But we have new ideas, new people in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give them the push we have. I was pushing for Elizabeth Warren, man. I thought she
Yeah.
would have made a great option. If Bernie and Elizabeth Warren fucking clicked up on a ticket, tell me that wouldn't rush. That would have been amazing. But hey, we all have our opinions, right?
Exactly, because that was possible, because that was a powerful combo. That's why it didn't happen, because everybody saw it. But let me go back to say something, because a lot of people, when I hear say Trump is a racist, I'm actually going to say he's not a racist.
How so?
I'm going to say...
No. Wait. If you're willing to say, if you're not racist, but you're willing to say racist stuff, does that... you're racist.
No. This is the way I see it. For you to say X person is racist, you're kind of implying that he cares about his own people. He may be like, X everybody else.
Selfish,
but,
okay?
Right? But but for you to say that he's racist, I would have said like, but at least he cares for his own people. I don't even think that Trump even cares about even the white voters that are. I don't think so.
I agree with that sentiment. He seems like a very selfish person.
There's racist, and I feel like Trump is creating a new low. So he has to come up with a new word, because like for you to say racist, okay, you know what? At least he cares for his own people, right? Fuck Latinos or fuck whatever.
I mean, at least, what does that mean?
White is right, but something like that. No, I don't even think he cares about his own
Sounds
people.
about white.
Right? So I feel like he's a new low. He's a new low. He's
Dude, we don't even have a word. You don't even have a word for him, is what you're saying.
So that's exactly. So I'm getting it right. He's a type of evil that.
But I will tell but you have to take him for his words. He said what he said.
Yeah.
So then people are voting for him because of the words he said.
Exactly.
Does that mean that he's pretending to be a racist? And if he is pretending, doesn't that still make you a racist because you're willing to say those words?
To me, it makes it even worse, because you don't even have quote unquote love for your own people, right? For quote unquote your own people.
My biggest fucking fear is that after this election, if the fucker loses, all he's gonna say is, "Hey, well, cool, I gotcha. It was my job to incite you and excite you and do this, and this." And
well,
it was
he does
all
that
part
a
of
lot.
Plan.
He does that a lot. Like he said, no, he was just joking. Like his press secretary will say, no, he was just joking. Obviously, he didn't say to inject yourself with bleach. Like
point is, they're the president. You're like you said. We have to represent the country and the people that are here. We don't always agree on things. That's fine. We have rules set in place that are slowly changing. The fucking wheels are slowly turning for the better, I hope, right? But we need to put ourselves out there, be it an expression of voting, an expression of public opinion, because when these videos get put out there and they have 200,000 views of these proud Latinos are going to vote for Trump, and people are liking it, commenting, "Oh, this is great, this is awesome." Like you said, it could be the machine just throwing a fucking, tons of money to a guy that says, "Hey, fuck it, I'll cash a paycheck and just throw my morality out the window." But we need to remember that this is our fucking future here. The next it's dangerous, because like I was mentioning, I travel a lot through a lot of small towns in Texas and everything, and yesterday I went with the family out to go check out some stuff and took like back roads and stuff just to go check out stuff, and like you see Donald Trump flags, Donald Trump Pence flags everywhere, and then you see Donald Trump flags with him like Rambo with a machine gun. Damn. And then you see Donald Trump like riding an eagle or some shit like that in somebody's yard. And then there's this one place headed to Houston again where this guy took his energy, put a plane, like an old plane, painted it, and it says Donald Trump Express 2020, something like that. And behind them there used to be a flying saucer, but he took out the flying saucer, and this time he put a white and blue plane, and it says Biden, and it's crashing into the ground. Wow.
What I'm trying to get at is that pretty funny. What I'm trying to get at is that the people are they put energy into what like they're actually willing to do something about it. They're actually willing to go vote. They're actually willing to organize. On the other hand, here the Democrats, you have just okay. You're not seeing anybody putting Rambo a Rambo
Biden.
head. I mean, you don't see
as
anybody
Rambo.
put Biden as Rambo or as Captain America or whatever. You don't see any of that enthusiasm, and you're not gonna see it. So just think about that.
No, the
Think about
enthusiasm
that,
is because the mentality, the apathy that has been allowed to sit on social media, allowed to sit on people's minds going, well, fuck, whatever. I didn't get Bernie or Elizabeth Warren didn't happen. Okay, then grow the fuck up. Look at the options in front of you. What's going to be the best thing moving forward? But just because your guy didn't win the race, are you going to just say, fuck it, I'm out?
Yeah, and that's also the sad thing that I'm pretty much voting because... I'm gonna feel guilty if I don't. I don't necessarily like Biden or Kamala Harris. So then, but I mean, I'd rather deal with them than with another 4 years of Trump. But that's for sure. So
point is, it's important, man. You can't ignore it. And the problem is, I say shame on you earlier. It's like, yeah, man, shame on you. Like, and people get offended as fuck. And it's like, you get offended as fuck when you see the news and what the president's saying, but you didn't fucking vote. So don't talk shit.
This is, and it's fun. This is pretty fun. So.
Yes. All right, so let's. Okay. I want to close out the show with a couple of things to move forward with. Right, Edin's on the show now. Edin's gonna be popping in here and there on some of our recordings. We want to thank everybody that has been really open to coming on our show, sharing their stories with us, and just collaborating with us. We want to look forward to more of that. But Edin, you jumping on board. What are some of the things that you want this show, this program, this endeavor to kind of take on, man? Like, where do you see us going? What's some ideas you want to throw out there? Something to maybe even entice some of our listeners right now to look forward to? What are some ideas?
Primos.
I'll let you know.
My Primos podcast. This soap brand. Look forward to your stories.
Hey man, we'll sell some.
I'm down.
Let's make it happen.
Fabuloso, yeah. Put us like
jabón de cuche, like my Primos.
Jabón de cuche, yeah.
Jabón de cuche.
What's that word you said? The
it's
sovaco?
organic. It's
organic.
No, jabón de cuche. Oh my God. Look,
Pacuso.
Like
with tamarindo.
For those that know jabón de cuche, if you had a cut that you didn't know you had.
You found out.
You would find out where you had to cut.
Hold on. For those the uninitiated, what is a cuche?
Oh yes. It's a pig.
The cuche is a series.
It's a pig. It's a pig, but it's a
puerco, un cerdo.
Yeah. So you want us to collaborate with cuche?
Organic, vegan soap. Jabón de cuche.
Damn man, that's really niche. Talk about niche.
No, was it called the? What was it called? The man, jabón de cuche, my Primos podcast. No, for myself.
Let's do that. That's the manliest soap out there, man. Like if you haven't showered with that shit, it's like you picked up a turd and used it as soap. Like, but it feels good though because it has seeds and maybe those were chewed up and pooped out by the pig. But I'm gonna just assume it wasn't. And it's black as fuck. And you rub it on.
And you swear you don't smell bad?
No,
it smells good. I personally like how it smells.
I like the smell.
Did you guys bathe with the cuches?
Actually, let's do that. Let's make a soap. Let's put it out there, the manliest soap ever. And we'll throw in some rocks in there so it's kind of exfoliates
That's your loofah?
too.
The rock is your loofah?
Actually I'll put some glass in there. Break some glass from Cervezas Regia.
So seriously, are you saying that you want us to collaborate with products?
Collaborate.
Gwyneth Paltrow has no idea what she's doing, but she's making a shitload of money with some goop and shit.
That's true.
She'll sell underwears and people will buy them.
Yeah. No, but like for myself. So, and I still have in the back of my mind when back in season 1, it was towards the end of season 1 and the beginning.
Damn, this fool listened to us. Damn, fool. Told you.
Yeah. Stanley, because Stanley this is not the first time Stanley asked me to do something for him. I remember when he had, is that a podcast?
Yeah.
He asked me to do a logo.
He laughed at you right there, Stanley. He laughed at you.
Yeah. I see the love.
Well, fuck him up. Don't worry. Next time you see him.
I did a couple of logo designs, but then my problem was that like, to touch on that, which is something that I need to get out of my head.
Or chest. You mean chest or head? Or what do you mean?
Family, it's not business, and if it's not business, then like it would just go through my mind. It's like and at least in my mind, it's like it's not that it's pretty much in short. I said to myself, not important. But I thought to myself, no, this is how most industry works. It's
fuck yeah.
Who you know.
It does, yeah.
It's who gives you that little project. But to me, it's like, it's whatever. So Estanley kept asking me to do things with him, and I kept saying yes, but it didn't come through. And so I was like, and the beginning to bring it back to this.
So what? You're sorry? That's what you want to say?
Like, no, Estanley something like, hey, can you do like a episode or like a recap episode, something like that?
Like a best of. That's what I asked you to do.
We're still waiting on it, by the way.
So I put that in the back burner again, and that's like So now to answer Estanley's question, it's like what I plan to do. One is do that recap episode, because one thing that's happening that I've noticed as a listener, like there's been times that Walter has said things. He said, "Oh, this happened to me," and then I remember the episode. Like, wait, what are you talking about? That happened to me.
No, that's still up to debate.
Ooh,
and I still haven't told them the story where you tried to stab me. When I was a little kid.
Oh yeah, over a dog.
Motherfucker tried to kill me. Motherfucker tried to kill me for a fucking candy, and it wasn't even one of the good ones. It was one of those. It was one of those strawberry ones that nobody wants.
No, the best one that everybody wants, the little strawberry ones, the wrapper ones. Like you find in a bag with like butterscotch and those strawberry ones.
Whatever, but this motherfucker tried to stab me. If it would have been for my quick kung fu reflexes, I wouldn't be here for y'all.
It was see there you go.
Okay.
It wasn't you, Walter.
The kung fu grip.
No, it was Omar who saved you. Omar was there. Omar.
Fuck Omar. I don't know who that is.
Me neither. Neither does the audience.
He's making it up in his head. You see what I'm telling you? This motherfucker just makes shit up in his head.
So, what are you gonna do with that information? Are you gonna go and defund? Are you gonna fact check Walter?
Do like a recap episode where like you guys said stuff. And
fact check this. Trying to fact check me.
Or this is how I remember.
You see what happened?
You're gonna fact check Walter. Okay, whatever. I like that.
So no, fact check the episode of the show. At least stuff that I know that I was part of or know of. I'm like, you know what? No. This is how it happened.
Okay.
That and two also two.
He forgot. I'm telling you, he forgot.
No, I was gonna.
You trust this guy? Do you trust this guy? This guy doesn't even remember two. Like,
do you trust me with the episodes? No, I was gonna say also introduce more music. One thing to like do little clips, introduce music to introduce to the Latinos, like being exposed to other cultures. Right now, I'm really digging vaporwave. I'm digging vaporwave. I'm digging city pop. It's a really music that's reminiscent to when we were growing up in the '80s. So when
speaking of that music,
So we're like introduced here and there.
Okay.
And have personal projects, like I said, the recap episodes, and introduce music, and probably do something with your sister that me and you talked about last time. But yeah, definitely have ideas to do, and see how it goes from there.
Well,
and
I hope that
focus this time.
I hope that we are giving you that freedom. I'm glad you're joining because we want to grow this to more than just a podcast. You know, we love the relations we're doing it. We're building, our network, our connections, just in general, to share information, right? Like you were saying earlier, you're like, oh, when it's family, you kind of put on the back burner. But the reality is, this is how movements happen. It's how things get done. It's how words spread,
That's how corporation starts.
Everything like that. So we want to eventually get to the point where we're having multiple projects going on, content for everybody to enjoy, because Walter has a certain specialty that he wants to cover. You have something you want to cover, and I have stuff I want to talk about that don't necessarily fit on this show.
Very varied voices, a cacophony of different.
Walter wants to do his ASMR stuff, which is, I guess, if that's something he wants to do. But the point is,
restroom ASMR.
No, Please don't.
Very niche.
Pero, Edin, thank you for coming on board, man. I know we'll hear from you more throughout the months here moving forward. But listeners, just thank you for checking in with us. Follow us all over social media. Go out and vote. Seriously, go out and vote. If you already are registered, thank you for doing so. Make your voice heard. Go out and do it. If you can still vote early, go take care of it. It wasn't that long of a line. Took us 40 minutes at the most, and we're done. So just go knock it out. Do what you got to do, and help support each other. Edin, do you want to say anything for the listeners here since we're closing the show out?
Yeah, just go vote because you can use it as an excuse to leave work. And that's what I plan to do on the 3rd.
Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it.
So,
No, we could have just ended this whole episode with that and kind of avoided this whole conversation. Just say that,
true. It's true. Avoid work.
So when my boss tries to tell me, no, you can't go move, motherfucker, I'm going to do my civil duty.
All right, there you Walter, go. What about you, man?
But I also wanted to just, I don't know, está cabrón on top of a lot of stuff, but we had a tia pass away recently. Mi Tiana, dope tia. We lived with her in El Salvador for some time. She saved this fool's life. Este cabrón le dio fiebre tifoidea or dengue. Which one was it?
Damn.
Typhoid fever.
Typhoid fever, este cabrón, and she took him to La Capital and nursed him back to health, because according to my grandma, que en paz descanse también, it was just something that he could walk off, Yeah. But it saved his life, so muchas gracias, tia. We'll miss you, and we'll never forget you, because if you forget people, that's when they, truly fade away. And also una prima de nosotros, right? Very young.
Well, a niece.
We're not gonna, niece actually. Yeah. Hija de mi prima, very, very fucking young, and I'm still kind of feeling that one, because we also kind of helped raise her a little bit, and fuck, man, I remember when she was little. Yeah, we saw her grow up, and when she was a little kid, I remember teaching her E equals MC squared, and she learned what everything meant and what it stood for, and that's the memory that I'm gonna remember her with, and it's like fuck. So I'm still, not that I'm ever, you get over it. I can't imagine what her mom's going through and her brother and sister. So, ta cabrón. But and to kind of just say, just wanted to put that out there. And like I think she was your family too, Stanley. So
yeah, she was. And I think we'll end the note here, just with, of course, do your civic duty, because it matters. For whatever excuse you want to go do it. But just check in on your family, like we always say. Check in with each other. Yeah. COVID's still happening. Be careful. Be safe. And Primos, as always, take care. Buenas noches.
Yeah, and just to go out with one of those songs that Edin said that we grew up with. Here we go.
Vivo de 3 animales que quiero